Some stories just stick with you. And the opening of The Little Prince, it's absolutely one of those. It's so much more than just an introduction. It's a mission statement. It perfectly sets the stage for this huge idea, the massive gap between how kids see the world and how grown-ups do. So let's get into it. Let's explore this amazing story about seeing what really matters. So, right off the bat, the book asks us a question. I mean it. Take a good look. What do you see? This simple image is actually a test, and it's not just for the characters in the story. It's for you and me. It cuts right to the chase, to the core theme of the whole book, what we think we see versus what's really there. Okay, so here it is. This is his picture number one. He tells us that when he was just 6 years old, he was totally obsessed with this book about jungles and wild animals. And he learned this incredible fact that boa constrictors can swallow their prey whole. I mean, can you imagine? That idea just grabbed him. So he picked up a pencil and created this, his very first masterpiece. And to him, this was not just some random doodle. It was a masterpiece. It captured this awesome, kind of scary moment from nature, all on a piece of paper. He was so incredibly proud of it. And what do you do when you make something you're proud of? You show it off, right? He decides he's going to use this drawing to test the adults in his life to see if they could, get it. So there he is, masterpiece in hand, walking up to the grown-ups he knows. He's basically thinking, can they see what I see? Can they understand my world for just 1 second? And this is the question he asks them. Isn't that just the most perfect, hopeful kid question ever? In his mind, he's drawn something epic and a little dangerous, a huge snake that just ate an entire elephant. He's expecting them to be like, whoa, that's amazing and a little scary. Yeah, the response he gets is not that. Not even close. The grown-ups, they don't see any danger. They don't see any imagination. Nope. Their take is way more, well, grown-up. Super practical, super literal. They just see the outside shape. And this is what they all said, every single one of them. A hat. That's all they saw. Just a boring, everyday hat. They completely missed the snake, they missed the elephant, they missed the entire point of the drawing. And you can just feel the narrator's frustration. He's probably thinking it's not a hat. For him, this was just a total failure of their imagination. He knew exactly what it was, a boa constrictor digesting an elephant. And in that moment, he concludes that grown-ups just can't seem to see beyond the obvious. But what's really great is he doesn't give up. Not yet. He thinks, okay, maybe I just need to spell it out for them. So he draws picture number 2. It's basically an X-ray view. You can see the elephant right there, clear as day, inside the snake. Problem solved, right? There's no way they can get this wrong. Wrong again. Even with everything laid out for them, they just weren't interested. Their advice was, hey kid, you should probably stop drawing snakes, whether it's from the inside or the outside, and focus on, sensible things. Their world was full of matters of consequence, and apparently an elephant inside a snake didn't make the cut. And man, this is where it gets kind of sad. Because that kind of discouragement, it can have a really devastating effect. This constant misunderstanding, this total lack of interest, it completely changed the entire path of his life. He says it so simply, but you can feel how heavy that is. Just like that, the world lost a potential artist. He was so discouraged by the grown-ups that he just put his passion away. The magnificent career he might have had as a painter was abandoned before it even really began. So what did he do? Well, he took their advice. He chose a different path, a sensible one. He stopped drawing. He studied all the things they told him were important. And eventually, he learned to fly planes and became a pilot. Now that was a career the grown-ups could finally understand. And his new job took him all over the world. He met countless other adults. But you know what? His opinion of them never really changed. He even said that every now and then, he'd pull out his old picture number 1 just to test them. And every single time, the answer was the same. It's a hat. So for years, he's living this life feeling totally alone, even when he's surrounded by people, because nobody seems to see what truly matters. But that very practical, grown-up career of his was about to lead him to an encounter that would change absolutely everything. He's flying all over the world, a grown-up doing a grown-up job, but all the while, he's carrying that secret from his childhood, that drawing. And he flew until one day something happened that broke his routine and his plane for good. And just like that, he's utterly alone. Something in his engine broke, and he was forced to land in the middle of the Sahara Desert. We're talking 1,000 miles from any civilization. He has to fix his plane, or he's not going to survive. His very sensible, grown-up life had led him to a place of ultimate isolation. And it's right here, in this completely impossible situation, that the real story begins. Because after a whole lifetime of having his drawings misunderstood, our narrator is about to meet someone who won't just understand his art, but will demand it. So let me leave you with this. You're all alone, 1,000 miles from anywhere. What happens when a strange little voice wakes you up with an even stranger request?